All right. Okay. So as we said, the back office is a very powerful platform designed for you to be able to build a global business, right? So the good thing is at the tip of your fingertips of your hands, you are able to do a lot of functions. You are able to um, add funds to your private wallets. Okay, you can make purchases anywhere in the world, right? You can purchase anywhere in the world. So we have a lot of, and I'm sure some of you have done that. You have purchased products probably in the US or in Asia or in any basically any other part of the world. Can you imagine that, right? So you put your money, you add funds wherever you are as well, and you can also purchase wherever you are. That's I think that's very powerful, and you can register new members, transfer funds within your group. All right. So, of course, uh, what are the basic functions that we need to do in the back office? Okay. So, of course, the first thing is how do we purchase, right? How do we purchase, all right, or register? Okay, how do you purchase or register products and maybe register new members? So first is using pins. So we will tackle on how to purchase or register using pins. So there are three steps involved. That is top up or adding funds to your Prive e-wallet. All right, to your Prive wallet. Second is you purchase a pin, and then third is register your pin. So we'll tackle more on the pin later. All right. So for the top up, so this is adding funds to your Prive account. Okay. The fastest and the most common way is using the top up link. All right. So the top up link, when you click this top up link, it will bring you here. And then you can put the amount that you want and a remark, right? And then confirm submit. And then it will bring you to the PayPal payment gateway. All right. So this one is just a payment facility. You don't have to have a PayPal account, and you don't have to create a PayPal account. But you do need to click this, right? I mean, unselect this. This has to be unselected, where it says save your information and create a PayPal account. So make sure that is unselected so that it doesn't create um, a PayPal account. So once you've done that, it will tell you that the payment is successful. All right. In case you get trouble with it, the most common issues here are usually issues with your bank. All right. So if your credit card has a limit, you have to go and check with your bank and ask them. Probably it is beyond the limit that you have set, right? Sometimes the issue is with PayPal, all right? That's possible. So you can also check that. So in most cases, you will have to check with your bank or with PayPal. Now, when the top up has been successful, it will instantly be credited in your account in your register wallet. So it will reflect in your register wallet. Okay. So and this is almost instantaneously, right? So this is the most common way of topping up. We are working on adding a new payment gateway where it will be easier. I know PayPal. A lot of people has been having challenge with PayPal, right? In terms of ease of use and also with the charges. So we have been working on this. All right, we have actually tried others, right? But it did not quite work out well. So we had to go back to PayPal. So now we're trying another. I mean, we're already almost done. All right, we're working with the third, third party service provider for the payment gateway, and soon that will be up. Okay, we're very excited about that as well, because I know it's going to be much easier for people to top up. All right, so now let's go to purchase pin. All right, so first let's talk about pins. What are pins, right? We hear what pins are. They are product with pins and product without pins. So what are the differences? Right? So a pin, okay, a pin is an account that has not been registered yet. Okay, so when you have a pin, that pin can be used to register. So it is a slot. Okay, it's a slot, or it's an account, right? That is not yet registered or unused. So once you register the pin, all right, it's no longer a pin. It becomes an account. All right. And when you register a pin, when you use a pin, that is the only time that the PV or the points is credited to the structure, right? Or it's credited to the upline, credited to the structure, to the group. So until it has not been registered, then the points doesn't is not credited. Okay, now you can also use a pin to upgrade. All right, it's not just for registration; it can also be used to upgrade. You can also use a combination of pins, right? You can use 3 pins, 4 pins, 10 pins together to register. For example, if you want to register as a diamond, so you can use 10 pins, all right, to register. Let's say if it's 200 PV, let's say a classic pin, then you can use 10 classic pins to register as a diamond. Okay, but when you combine the pin, very important, all those pin have to be from the same um, country, right? Or stockist, but at least country. It should be from the same country. So if you combine pins from different countries, then it cannot be used together in combination. All right. And also when you are upgrading, you can only upgrade, all right, using a pin from the same country that your account is registered in. So if you are registered, let's say in Netherlands, right, then you can only use Netherlands pin. If you're registered in Poland, you can only use Poland pin. Okay, so that's important. Now, if let's say, especially within EU, if you want to use a pin to upgrade your account, but your account is from another country but within EU, then you can forward a request to customer service to change your the country you're registered in, change it to the same country as um, the pin, right? Where the pin is from. You can change the registered country of the account, but you cannot change the country of the pin. If you purchase the pin from, let's say, Netherlands, you cannot change it to become Poland. So it will always just be a Netherlands pin. So we need to be aware of that, so that in the future, if we want to combine these pins, right, we know that it has to be from the same country, especially here in EU, because of course it's very convenient. You can order from any country. So some people have ordered practically from all the stockists. So when you look at their pins, they have pins from all the stockists, and that is okay, but just be aware that you cannot use them in combination. Okay, all right. So first way is the purchase pin. All right. So purchasing a product and registering using a pin. So there are two types of pin: product collected and product not yet redeemed. Okay, so what are the difference? So the product collected, what happens is the DO is immediately generated in the back office of the upline. Okay, so this is very convenient for those who are not yet ready to register. For example, let's say you have a customer, and she purchased, but you don't know if she wants to become a member. So you can purchase the product without registering the PIN. You can register the PIN after 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year. All right. But of course, until you register the PIN, you don't get the account and you don't get the points, right? So you only get the points when you register the PIN. Second is the product match at redeem. So currently, this is not usually available in EU, but soon we might reintroduce this again. Okay, so the difference is the DO is not generated. When you make a purchase, the DO is not generated. All right, it is only generated when the PIN is registered, when the new account is registered. Okay, and the DO is generated in the account of the newly registered member. That's why a lot of people also prefer this. Okay, so that the member, all right, the owner of the product will have the DO in his or her own back office and not all together in the back office of the upline. Okay. All right. So, what are the pros of purchase pin? This is product collected, since this is the only purchase pin that we have. So the pros is you have the flexibility in registering the account, right? As I said, some people are not ready to register the account yet. So this gives you that flexibility. All right. Another pro is all the promotions are available, okay, in purchase pin. Okay, and then the DO is generated in the upline's back office. This can be an advantage for some, all right, because they have access to all of this, especially for those who have customers who are not very active, okay, and they're not able to access the DO, so everything is in their own account, right? So the cons, that same thing that is an advantage can also be a disadvantage for some, right? Because everything is in your back office, right? Everything, all the DOs are there, and sometimes you lose track of the DOs, especially if, as I said before, if you don't, you have the same recipient. It's the same recipient. You don't even put the name of your customer who owns those orders, so it can be very confusing. It is a longer process because you have 3 steps. Okay, I will show you another step that doesn't use a pin. So this one only uses 2 steps, but this one is 3 steps. All right. Okay, so how do you purchase pin? So you go to navigate, purchase pin, choose the right region, the right country, and the right stockist. Okay, and then of course select your product, and then automatically it is paid from register wallet. If you deduct the amount in register wallet, it will automatically be transferred to bonus wallet. So you can pay a combination of bonus wallet and register wallet, or either wallet. You can do that by adjusting the amount in the register wallet. Okay, and then it will bring you to the delivery info. So you have 3 types of delivery. You have courier, which is delivery, shipping, shipped, and then you have the self collect. So especially for stockists with a service center, with an office, and of course for our branch here, so a lot of members prefer to collect it. That so you can select self collect. And then third is the pending. Okay, so the pending, this is if you don't want the order to be placed yet, you will have to redeem it later. So if you click pending, there will be no DO. You have to redeem it, all right? In the you go to navigate and then pin promotion redemption. Okay, I can show you that later. So once you've finalized this stage, then you will see the DO generated in your product order report. Okay, so that is so you have to check and confirm that the DO has been generated. and it will be approved. Usually it will be approved the following day. All right, so that is purchase pin. Okay, now once you have purchased the pin, now you can you have purchased the pin and you have the DO is generated. Now you can register using the pin. Okay, so the account has not been registered. The pin is not yet registered, even though the product is used. The product is ordered, right? So you have to register the product. Now you go to navigate, register using pin. Now, if you select the same selection that you used to purchase the pin, then it will show you how many pin you have, pin balance, right? So, for example, in this case, uh, this person has several pins. He has a so there are different types of pin, right? Depending on the product that you purchase. So here, he has pin for premium. All right, he has 9 pins for premium, and he has one pin for BioLite and 3 pins for OxyTap. Okay, so these are pins that has not been registered yet. So now you select what pin are you registering. For example, you are selecting for a customer. You're registering for a customer who purchased a Premium Plus. So you click Add to Cart. So it's like buying, right? But you're not buying, you are just registering. So let's say you selected, okay, BioLite. Select BioLite, click it, and then you will see that the total PV is this part, this payment information is automatically filled out or auto-populated. And then you will see that the rank is automatic. So it depends on the product that was purchased. Okay, so you don't really fill this out. This is automatically filled out. Then you go to your basic information. Okay. Member username is the unique member username that you will choose. So it has to be, no one should have it first. Right? I mean, no one should have that username. It has to be unique. Then you put your full name. All right. Now here in the sponsor username, this is the tricky part, right? So the sponsor username, when you click when you type the sponsor username, after typing it, click in other fields and wait for the full name of your sponsor to automatically appear. Okay, very important. Okay, because when it appears, that's the only time that the show button will activate, and that is when you can choose the placement. Right, some people, they keep on pressing the show and it's not clicking because it has not been activated, because the system needs to identify the correct sponsor. So sometimes probably you made a typo, you typed the wrong, there was a wrong spelling, right? So it's not able to identify. So wait again, after typing the sponsor username, you can click somewhere else. This allows the system to kind of refresh, right? You can click again to member username or the name above or even email, right? As the system fetches the data. So when the full name appears, then the show button will activate. Okay. And then when that activates, then um you can now click show and then click the place me. All right. You choose which placement you want to put this new member in. Of course, the first registration will always be automatically placed on the bottom left. Right. So the first if this is your first direct sponsor, all right, take note, direct sponsor is different from your placement hierarchy downline. Okay, because sometimes you will have people under you, but they are placed by your upline, by those above you. Okay, so they are not your sponsored group, they are not your direct sponsor. Okay, so if you are doing this for your first direct sponsor, it is automatically placed on the bottom left. Okay, so once you click that, then it will automatically show um, the exact placement upline that you will have. All right. Okay, second is, all right, so that completes the three steps, right? So we said the three steps are top up or add funds to your account. Second is purchase PIN. All right, we did that. And then third is register using PIN. So we did the three steps. So that completes the process. Now there's a second way of purchasing, right? And this is purchasing without using a PIN. Okay. This is when you go to the register page or register form. So what are the advantages? The advantages is a faster process. So the purchase and the register are the same in the same steps. Same steps. And then the DO is generated in the back office of the new member. Okay, so for many people, they prefer this so that the new member will have his or her own delivery order. All right, and the cons are the disadvantages. You're required to register immediately, and then some promotions as well are not available in register form. So that's another disadvantage. So as I said, if you are interested to purchase promotion, make sure that the promotion is there. Especially promotions that have multiple pins, most usually they are not in the register page. Okay, so if you're doing this, so you go to register form, choose again the region, country, stockist, select the product. Okay, similar to the purchase pin a while ago, right? But the difference here is that you do everything in one step. You also put your registration as well. Okay, so you put both the delivery info as well as the registration info. Okay, all right. So once that is done, then you will number one, go to your um you will have to open the new account, right? So the new member will receive the login information. Okay, and then you have to check it in the email and open the account, and you will find the DO in that account. In case it is not there, all right, sometimes for whatever reason it's not there, or sometimes because you chose pending, then you have to go to pin promotion redemption. Okay, so you have to go to pin promotion redemption to redeem the product. Let me give you a case where um, that a lot of people actually encounter. Okay, so let's say, all right, you have multiple DOs in your account, with the same name, similar products. And of course, if it's in your account, then that means all of them have the same username, which is your username. Now, how do you identify which DO belongs to which username account or member ID? All right. So this is, I'll teach you this technique on how to investigate, right? Get the bottom of this using the pins, all right? Using even your register wallet and using your DO. Okay. So how to match the DOs to their corresponding registered user name account if they are registered through purchase pin. Okay, because many of us here in EU, we do this using purchase pin, product collected. Of course, if you're using the registered method, then there's no need for this because the DO is already in the account of the member, right? So that makes it easy. That's why that's also a preferred method. But for those who are um ordering from the back office, this is how you can kind of identify. And also this teaches you on how to look at pins. Okay, so for example, if you purchased it through a register wallet, right? So you go to your register wallet history and look at the transaction of when you paid or you purchased the pin. Okay, so for example here, okay, you check the pin that you purchased on July 17th, right? At this time, July 17th, right? So you check that. Then you go to your product order report, okay, product order report, and look for the corresponding DO, right? That has the same date and the same, well, okay, here it doesn't really show the country, but at least the date, right? It shows the same date. So look, identify the same DO with the same date. Okay, and then when you check the DO, all right, take note of the following: the date and time it was created, okay, the stockist, right, the stockist ID, and the product and quantity. So these are the three information that you want to take note of. And then you go to pin history. Okay, go to pin history. And when you go to pin history, then look for this the same look, identify the correct pin report. Okay, using the same stockist ID. So it has to have to be the same stockist ID as in the DO. All right, and the product. Okay, the product has to be the same, and also the pin type. As you can see here, it's all product collected, because again, here in EU, for now we only have product collected, but in Norway they also have product not yet redeemed, right? So for those Dr. Heiko, when we went through your case, there were some pins that are product not yet redeemed, right? So for this one is product collected, and this is for most people here in for most people here in EU. All right. So okay. So then you click this I button, this information button, the blue one, to open the report, right? Okay, because these are all, they're grouped by stockist and the pin type and also the product, right? So when you click the I, then all of the then it will bring you out all the transactions. Okay, so here this is where you will see the pins that you have. All right, when you received when you purchase the pin. So when you purchase a pin, right, it will reflect here as receive pin register. Okay, so that's how it will appear here. I know some of you don't purchase the pin in your back office, especially I think from those from, like, I think in Netherlands and even with Germany, many customers usually just sends the money right to the stockist, and the stockist sends them transfers the pin to them. But it will also appear here. Okay, it will say that you've received or transferred from the stockist. So in this case, it's from the Poland HQ. All right, so we've seen, right? So the same date, right? We've checked the same date, if you can see here, right? So this is the date. First we check when it was purchased, so this is July 17, right? Then you look at the DO, it's July 17, and the time is also similar. All right, then you go to pin history here, July 17. So this is the pin that was purchased. Now, how about the account? Which account owns that DO? So usually whatever, because now when you've received the pin, for most people, when they receive a pin, when they purchase a pin, then they register it shortly. So that one is easier. So that's why the account that is registered after you receive the pin, all right? So in this case, it's, let's say, test 123. So test 123 would be the owner, all right, of that DO. Even though the DO has a different, even though the username in the DO is the username of the upline, uh, through this way, you can identify which member owns the DO by going to pin history. So the pin history is very useful, right? When you have mixed up all the, to kind of check all the transactions, like, okay, at this date, I bought this pin. How many pins did I receive? For example, here on July 30, you can see that he or she received 3 pins from Poland HQ and only registered one pin for silver. All right, so that means there would be 2 more pins remaining. Right, then she received another one on 3 pins on July 31st, and then he registered 3 separate silvers after that. Okay, so you can see all of the history, the transaction. So this is how you can usually track the pins and track the DO. So of course it is a bit it's a bit taxing. That's why it's good if either I would recommend, number one, if you can choose register, if that is possible for you, especially if they're not buying a promotion, then you can use register so that the DO will be under the account of the new member. Or you need to from the very beginning, you need to have already a record. It's best you keep your own record, in Excel, probably put the DO and then who owns that DO. All right, so you need to keep that so that for quicker reference, because as you know, the back office, because back office is like a bank, right? It has all the data, sensitive data, so we have to put layers of security features there, which slows it down. And of course, it is trying to get a lot of data and information. So this is not like a normal website, right? So this is a site that takes a lot of data from the database on a secured server, because the information here, the data here are quite sensitive. They have your bonus, they have your pins, your products, and everything. So of course, we take extra measure to make sure that the system is always secure, and because of that, sometimes slows the system down. Aside from the fact that it is always taking information that you request. Okay, so we've already tackled some of these things last week. So I guess I can open the floor to questions.
Well, I got the message from my upline that if you chose collected, that means you already have got the machine, but forgotten to register it if there's no DO.
Product collected, if you select the pin type product collected, there is a possibility that the DO is not generated actually if you select pending.
There's no possibility to do. Is it possibility in Norway to choose pending?
I
I don't
think it's
think so.
possible to use for most. I mean, it's a possibility for all. So if you click pending, then the DO is not generated.
Or I've never
So
seen pending
so what you will
often.
do is you will go to pin promotion redemption. This is a common problem. Some people made the place the order, everything is done, even sometimes account is already registered, but they can't find the DO. So usually it has not been redeemed. So you go to pin promotion redemption. Okay. So if there are products
Yeah, yeah.
in your pin promotion, this is what we'll see. You see the product and the pin, all right, they're kind of separate, even if you purchase them, but
Mm.
they are given to you separately. And especially when you put pending, right? When you put pending,
Mm. I never put
and
pending.
or when for whatever reason the product is the DO is not generated and it goes to the pin promotion redemption, because the other one is product not yet redeemed. This allows the DO to be generated in the account of the new member. So that's the main difference.
Yeah.
The DO will be in the account of the new member, but of course, since the new member's account has not been registered, it's not possible to generate the account yet until it is registered. That's why you have to register first the new PIN, the new account, and then the DO will be generated. PIN promotion redemption, you click this. So what's important is, of course, you tick, right, the redeem, this box. And very important is you select at least one. If you're redeeming one, you select one, because the default of this is 0. So if you don't change this to 1, and then it stays on 0, you are redeeming 0 product. So you have to click 1 at least or more. And once you have redeemed, of course, you want to check it in your product order report, because if you were able to successfully redeem it, then it will be in the product order report, right? So if it's not in the product order report, that means you were not able to successfully redeem it. So I have to go back again to pin promotion redemption. Now, as far as identifying which DO belongs to which account, that one is harder, right? That's going to be hard because, right? So you see here, there's a date. Okay, so this date gives you, tells you what transaction it is from. So if you go to, for example, you go to the pin, right, to the pin history, and you look at the date, so you can identify which of these belongs to that pin by referring to the date.
Which redeem type doesn't include an account?
So when we say pin, right, the
Yeah.
pin can be used to register a new
Yeah.
account. Of course, a new account requires minimum of 200 PV. So
Yeah.
there are pins for example, pins for NV spec, and they are not 200 PV. So you
Sure.
cannot register a new account.
Yeah.
So you have to combine it together until you have 200 PV. So you can register an account, or you can use it to upgrade. Right.
Sure.
Now, the ones that doesn't have a pin is when you go straight to register. All right. This one doesn't need a pin because you are already registering it straight away. Because
Yeah.
again, the definition of the meaning of a pin is an unregistered account.
Right.
It's a slot that has not been registered. But
Yeah.
once it's registered, you don't call it a pin anymore. It's an account,
Sure.
right?
But
So
it's
that's why when
but
you go to
I don't want to
register,
take all the time for my question. Maybe your turn later, because I was really confused, because I thought I ordered one uh, Itera Premium Plus to Ireland, which was not used, and I heard from from Stockers in Netherlands that this pin didn't include an account.
that happens with promotions, right? So promotions, the promotional unit do not have pins. So when we have promotions,
None of
right?
them?
Usually, no, not none, but they are usually the main purchase. So for example, let's say the promotion is buy 4
Yeah,
free 1.
yeah,
So the 4 will have pins
yeah,
and the free one will not have. Or buy 3, add 170 to get, let's
yeah,
say, an extra classic. So the
yeah.
promotional unit, which is the one for 170, will not have a pin. So the
Yeah,
main purchase always have pins.
I see. But how does it? How can I find out about this? Does it same redeem type something else? Promotion, or what does it say then? The ones which don't include enough an account.
Well, the DO can tell you that the wallet used. All right, you can see in the wallet used, usually it says register using PIN or purchase, right? Those are the wallet use. I know this is a bit very technical now, right? For promotion, it will tell you promotion.
Mm.
Okay, it will tell you promotion, or
But when it says promotion, does it mean there's never an account with it, or some
yes,
promotion?
there's no account for that. So if
All
it says
promotion does mean
promotion,
no account.
there
Okay.
is no, yeah, there's no PIN, so you cannot create an account from that one. So Dr. Heiko, two places where you can, in your case, particular
Mm.
in your case, two places where you can check all of the DOs and the pins
Mm.
are, of course, number one is the pin promotion redemption. These are for the products that have not been generated. And
Yeah.
I said, as I said, in your case, I saw like a lot, like quite a
Mm.
number of
Mm.
product that has not been redeemed. All right. So
Right.
that's one. Second is the pin history, right? So if you go to pin history, make sure you put the right date filter. You will see all the pins that have not been registered,
Mm.
right? So you will see that the pin balance, it tells you the pin balance. So these are the pin that you have not yet registered. So of course you can register it by going to register using pin. So you have made the purchase, but you have not gotten the new account, not registered the account, or not even gotten the product. So those things can happen. So again, the product is in pin promotion redemption if it has not been generated, and the pin is, you can check it in the pin history.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So of course the main page here where you can see your bonuses is in the daily bonus report. This is a a demo account, so there is no bonus. So this is where you will see it. Make sure you put the right date filter. Okay, if you want to check all your bonuses, right? So it will look like this. So if you got a sponsor bonus, it will appear here. If you got a pairing bonus, it will appear here. Leadership and level pairing bonus. Then you can compare that to your bonus wallet. All right. So you can check the same date, right, with the bonus wallet. Now, usually there is like 1 day difference. Okay, because here in the daily bonus report, this is already real time almost, right? So this is when the accounts have been registered, and the bonus has been already reflected. But then sometimes it takes a day before it goes to your bonus wallet. Okay, so there is sometimes a 1 day difference. So but when you check your bonus wallet and then compare it with the daily bonus report, you will see, because also in the bonus wallet, it doesn't tell you what kind of bonus you're receiving. It just says bonus, right? And then what you will notice also in the bonus wallet, because remember, our bonus, we have the income distribution. 80% goes to bonus wallet, 20% goes to loyalty redemption uh, wallet. So you will see a deduction, right? Whenever you receive bonus in the bonus wallet, you will see a 20% deduction. So that goes to loyalty redemption wallet. But here in the daily bonus, it doesn't show that. But it tells you what kind of bonus you are receiving. And then, of course, in the level pairing details, for all the first accounts registered in your left and registered on your right. Okay. And that the PV there means these are the PV that has not been calculated. You have not received the bonus on that yet. The group sales report, these are for people who are ranking up, right? Who wants to rank up. This is how you monitor the required PV that you need. So for example, you want to check your qualification, and right now we have a promotion wherein our the rank up, you are given 2 months. So for example, if let's say you want to know how far you are, you go to September 1, okay, that and ends with October. Then you when you check that, you will see how many PVs already that group that you have, because each of your direct downline, so those are your direct sponsored group. Let's say you have a downline A, B, and C. So all the downline of A, all right, the PV will reflect will reflect as a group PV on your downline A. All right. Same thing with downline B. All the PVs, even if your downline B downline is not active at all right, all the activities there right? All the PVs generated will reflect as a group PV for downline B. Okay, so this is what you need to monitor to have 10,000 PV on two different lines, two different direct sponsored group. You need to have 10,000 PV so that you can be a one star, right? A one star manager. This group sales report gives you a quick view of, how far you are in your qualification to become a one star.